One of the other things I wanted to get your guys' take on, because like it seems like you're coming at this from a similar angle to me, and like from a similar state of mind, at least anyway, is that something that I'm trying to get my head around at the moment and think about is how crucial memes were in the movement, essentially,
I
like
love
like
this.
how
I love this.
actually how important, because I laughed with Ollie Dugmore. He's the editor of like a news site in the UK that are kind of like tongue in cheek. So they use a lot of memes, but they also have serious interviews. And we were laughing about how every bad like politics graduate's thesis is basically on this topic, and it's like it's both, I think, overdone and undercovered. So before I give you like my thoughts, like what are your guys just thoughts or opinions on how memes have shaped and mapped this movement?
I mean, it's kind of like what we're doing, right? We're making a film. So what does a film need to do, right? It's supposed to entertain, but to like educate people with what we want to do and try to make change, like we have to make it entertaining. And I think that kind of goes hand in hand. I mean, these memes, they kind of democratize this information. Like it's an accessible, bite-sized way to get like a quick picture of something, you know? And of course, memes are propaganda in many ways, you know? It's like a lot of it's like, these are the bad guys, these are the good guys, blah, blah. Like it's propaganda, so it builds hype, you know, which is part of this whole thing. But I've also seen plenty of memes that have like this really quick cutting jolt of information, and like good information too. So you're like, oh wow, you actually start seeing that these things have actually helped all of these people with no understanding of what short selling is, and have kind of by osmosis like kind of taught people what some of these issues are. So I think it has like a weird bite-sized educational quality to it, and it's wrapped up in propaganda, which is hilarious and interesting.
I just
Yeah, I
wanted to show
think
you this. Can you see this? That's that's
Right.
that's the meme
That,
that
see
springs
that,
to
right?
mind.
Like you look at
That's
that and
telling you
like,
so
okay,
much
so
with so little.
you know how many shares are loaned, you know how does, well, we're kind of technical here, but like rehypothecation, what problems are going on right now that we haven't addressed as a community, because Wall Street's kind of been over here going like, we're good, don't worry about it, you know, I know there's a pandemic,
Yeah.
I know you don't have jobs, but literally it's the best market that's ever existed. It's like, yeah, but dog, I'm like driving Uber and washing toilets and building toothbrushes. I don't have time to see my family. What do you mean? I don't see that. So now people are looking and they're paying attention in a more specific way, right? Like you can have a bunch of people saying, sorry, one more thing, that like, look, Wall Street's corrupt. It's like, okay, sure, Wall Street's corrupt. But if they say, no, 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 we have problems with failure to deliver, and it's market wide and it's been going on for years, that's a very specific thing to look at. And I think that it's a lot more powerful to have a lot of people behind like a specific set of issues rather than just a blanket statement that sounds like, you know, people just kind of screaming in the wind. So I think that that's another facet to this that makes us a much, you know, sharper tool in trying to make change in this kind of interesting moment that we're in.
Yeah. And I think the memes have incredible power to carry, I guess, kind of the just really simple ideas, kind of distill them down into one funny thing that catches on easily and gets imitated and repeated. I mean, like, I think when Richard Dawkins came up with the idea of the meme, it was like an idea, or like a something that someone, I guess I'm going to explain this poorly, but does, that has cultural information in it, and it gets imitated and passed on from person to person within a group or population. And I think that, of course, these internet memes have kind of strayed quite a bit from that main idea, but it's pretty similar in that it carries not just good actual information about the stock market like what you just showed, but it kind of also displays the culture of this group of people. They're ridiculous, they're silly, they're just looking for a laugh in addition to all these really serious things. So in the same little thing, that meme is saying like, the U.S. stock market is pretty corrupt, broken, incestuous, and confusing. And on the other hand, it's like, man, this is kind of dumb, isn't it? Ha! Spider-Man's.
Spider-Man's.
Yeah.
all at the same time, which is awesome.
Yeah, I mean that's the part that I
Or
really
is it Spider-Men's?
Spider-Men's Spider-Many Manai.
Spider-Man's. Spider-Many.
Everybody is so stupid. Love that.
That's amazing. But like the sense that I get from the memes, at least anyway, is that like, okay, it's they build hype, as you said. They really get people on that internet bandwagon. Because, like, I don't know, the memes seem to, like, the more you pile them onto a bandwagon, the faster down that hill it starts to tumble.
Yeah.
But, like, I feel like they also provide this, like, weird defense mechanism by which, in the same way we said that, like, everyone is like, playing the ape, that they are, you know, that they're playing the ape when they're online and, you know, it doesn't matter what's underneath it. It's that, like, our actions are the meme. Because, like, our financial, or for a lot of people, mine especially, knowledge is like, based in the last 4 months, and that has been steeped in Diamond Hand, Buy the Dip. So, therefore, it's not just, like, a meme. It's the thing that's been embedded in, like, the very basis of what I've learned about investing. And therefore, I feel like I'd just be betraying the entire culture to paper hand it at this point. It's like the memes have this weird ability to like create action because we like use it and repeat them so much.
Well, also what I love is that like it's foolproof to critique because you know like investment is like you like a company, you like its fundamentals, and you load up on those shares when it's cheap, and you don't sell when it's high. Like that's basic investing, and it's what they've been teaching for years. So like they don't have a leg to stand on. So all they can do is say they're a bunch of racist white guys, and like I mean no, like they exist, and those guys suck, but like they smack down pretty quick, you know. So yeah, this, and even if it's like this bandwagon, that there are other critique is like, oh, they're manipulating the market by working together. It's like, what is MSNBC doing? Who owns MSNBC? Who owns Market Watch? Give me a break. You know, like, it makes me so mad. But, you know, that's also part of why we're doing this film. But like, they're complete hypocrites, and it's and I'm using kind of strong language here, but it's the truth.
Thanks so much for listening. If you enjoyed the show, please subscribe, follow me on Twitter, or sign up to our mailing list. Thanks a lot to our sponsor, ExpressVPN, the #1 most trusted VPN. Get lightning fast connectivity with servers in 160 locations across 94 countries. Keep your browsing privacy safe with ExpressVPN and get a 35% discount on 12 months of ExpressVPN when you follow the link in the description below. Don't forget my book is now out and available to order on Amazon and on bookshop.org. That's Brexit, the Establishment Civil War. And most importantly, thanks for listening. We'll see you next time.